Somebody got a self, I just might spare one and give a brother a fair one. Stay alert and on bees, and I do work with these like Hercules. Cause I don't like all the hyper nightfall. Smooth, but I move like an army. Down face brothers try to put brothers to rest like Elliot Ness. Cause I don't like stress. Streets ain't a place for innocent bystanders to stand. Nothing's gonna stop the plan. I'll chill like Pacino, like De Niro, Black Ambino, die like a hero. Living on shaky ground, too close to the edge. Let's see if I know the ledge.
哦，都没你。You guys rich, huh? Oh. God. 王咖。What the? Damn. Showers on, powers on, late for school. I catch the train, girl sip the style and whisper my name. I push up like an exercise. Select the best one, pull it to the side, keep it occupied for the rest of the ride. Read on my resume, she know already cool. Just meet me after school. Until your mom's come home, and you'll be calling out. Capone sweat me, she didn't wanna let me lose. Come with me. Cause the streets await me, so I take my on safety. Cause a lot of hate me coming out of the building. They set me up. In front of them, I lay close to the edge. I guess I didn't know the ledge.
Talk about your day-to-day. Has your schedule gotten more hectic?
The 2K Sports pregame show.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, happy to be here with my partners, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh.
What up, boy? Okay. Look who's already putting in that work.
Oh, what you talking about, bro? My habits are impeccable, but you already knew that. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Fresh?
Oh, take your chauffeur to work, Daisy. Hey, do me a favor. Stop posting to social media when you're driving.
Yo, you follow me, though.
Okay, like it or not, and I don't, part of my job is now following you on social media because you have the star rookie's life in your hands.
10 and 2, baby, always. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real good driver. Plus, if I crash, I can't be going back to my neighborhood, yo.
Okay, how do you know each other?
Well, our parents and mothers were friends.
His mom and my mom been friends since 1902, you know what I'm saying? And my twin, Lil Tasty, we go way back with DJ, you know what I'm saying? You heard of Lil Tasty, right? Rapper, don't get it twisted, Yellow Mamba, a.k.a. Two Braids, a.k.a. Teardrop Shotty. He knows this is my baby. Yeah, we go way back. Indeed. But my posts are fire, though, right?
Get out.
我们讲话影片听得到不知道为什么。我的。对啊。That's awkward. 什么东西？
A stunning view of the moon over our broadcast location tonight in Dallas, Texas. It's the Mavericks in Dallas, Texas for a little interconference action here at the American Airlines Center. Bringing you some fun on a Monday night. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And before the game gets started, let's go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Rick Carlisle. David.
Well, Kevin, he said...
Thank you, David. And during this part of the season, a lot of lengthy road trips can be found for teams in the league. Clark, I would assume it's maybe sometimes hard to play at your best when you've been on the road for a long time.
Oh, there's no question about it. I mean, there's a galvanizing aspect to being on the road because it's just you and your teammates against the opponent. But when you're out on the road for a long time, things can get a little stale. You can become a little distracted. So it becomes very difficult, particularly for young teams, to work through the grind and adversity of being on the road. Veteran guys are used to it, but the young fellas often struggle with that.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Washington, the explosive backcourt is Wall and Beal at the one.
Oh, yeah. Wow! Are you? Oh my!
怎样？看我的颜值太多了吧？看被 post right 上，你被 post right。怎么？你要重播哦？怎么了？我没看到，就中国过来而已啊。干嘛呀？中国不能过来了。Guys 啊。不用。等一下，你这视角很拧，缩小一点啊！就将我 post 出来而已啊。Sorry。
You know, one of the things I like about Wall, Kevin, is he really takes on the defense, plays downhill. When he's driving inside, he is committed to scoring over the defense.
Here's Smith. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
There's a screen by Gortat. Beal the pass to Gortat. There's the dish to Wall. And it's sent back by Howard. They retain possession. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Beal using his post move to get the 2 points.
Beal's got his first bucket of the night.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
They get it back. Howard, good.
Howard really brings it on the offensive glass, using that wide wingspan to come up with those loose balls.
Wall against Smith. Wall, no luck.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Smith with it. Now Beal defending. Teardrop shot. Morris with the block. Now here's Oubre. Tight defense on him. Morris outside. Pass to Oubre from the arc. The Mavericks pull it in. Wizards beat them last time when these two teams met in Washington.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
And Greg, the foul trouble was a big chunk of it. I mean, it's hard to mount a comeback when all your key guys, your main players, are watching from the bench.
Gortat, shot, no good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And really, man, they played their hearts out. Missed a couple opportunities down the stretch, and that was the difference.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? Much love to them because the energy was there. But the execution fell just a little short.
And you could argue Bradley Beal was one of the bigger all-star snubs from last season. It's great to see what he can do when finally healthy, and has always been a dangerous scorer when he's at 100%.
Smith off a pick from Smith. Shoots over Oubre. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Boy, he's holding his team back. Really a hindrance. Can't make a thing. He's way off today.
Mavericks have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Barnes outside. Smith with a screen on Beal. And so the ball out of bounds. Beal touched it last. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Wizards.
And the three-point shot was a huge part of their game plan. When it was falling, it made them very hard to defend. Opponents were stretched out all over the place.
Here's the screen. DJ sets the screen for Barea. Down to 5 on the shot clock. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And J.J. Barea grew up a big fan of Allen Iverson. He's not the answer, Clark, but Barea certainly in that mold as a player 6 feet and under with a quickness who can break down the defense.
And he plays with an aggressiveness and an edge that's similar to what Iverson brought. Iverson was the #1 overall pick. Barea, Kevin, undrafted. Certainly he's exceeded expectations. He's got a great change of pace in his play, and he was really instrumental in Dallas's 2011 title run.
Frazier dishes to Meeks. Smith wide open. He fires. And a miss there on the triple. Smith kicks to Wells. That puts them in the lead.
Yeah, I love how Wells absorbs contact. Seems to really feed off of it. Tremendous concentration on these physical finishes.
Clark, looking across the NBA landscape, which post players do you see as the most physically dominant in the league right now?
Well, if you talk about physically dominant, there are a number of guys that fall into that category, but I would add this caveat: who's physically dominant and most skilled? That's DeMarcus Cousins. Marc Gasol is similar because of his skill set. Drummond is an animal and a beast because of his rebounding and strength and athleticism. DeAndre Jordan, much the same, but skill and physicality, DeMarcus Cousins gets my vote.
Smith, the pass to Chandler, feeds to Noel. Smith dishes to Wells. Screen by Smith, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. The story from beyond the arc. Here's who's leading in that category across the NBA. #1, Shammy Wells.
He is as automatic as they come from behind the arc, and that shooting ability makes him an option every trip down the floor.
Smith with a screen on
哦，看到
Berea. Smith up top. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Behind me, a screen on Berea. Floats one, and that's 2 points on the layup.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And, you know, Rick Carlisle was the 70th pick of the '84 draft by the Boston Celtics, and he's the head coach of the Mavericks now, but he also had a 5-year playing career.
For Dallas, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Porter with the steal, and the foul called on DJ. That's his first foul. For Washington, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. And Carlisle winning a title with the Celtics in his second season.
One of just a dozen or so people, Kevin, to win a title, both as a player and as a coach. Of course, he guided the Mavs to that championship back in 2011. Well, a lot of tough teams in this league. Here's where Washington sits right now in the rankings.
And going back to their points allowed ranking, they slow the game down, forcing opponents to score in the half court. I mean, if you can score at all, really suffocating you on defense.
Mavericks
现在差3分，对不对？我是确认一下有没有累。
40 seconds left in the
13
first
比
quarter
9
of the game. Here's Wells.
不知道13比9。
Pass to Berea. Screen by Smith. Dishes it to Noel.
哇，你抢篮板！
Some nice passing here by Dallas. Right wing.
你不是后卫吗？
Screen from Smith. Shot clock at 5.
啊，对。
Here's Berea. And nothing is falling for him right now. Meeks with it.
I like how Wells blankets his man, not giving up anything simple or easy.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Wizards out front. They lead by 4. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says he takes comfort in playing the
basketball. This is my passion, you know, on the court. It's my sanctuary.
It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
That's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
You know, Greg, I love watching this team get after it on defense. I mean, they play with a bit of edge and nastiness.
We've got Wells, Chandler out there with Nerlens Noel. And it's DJ, and it's Farrell in at the 1 spot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Out to Chandler. Smith outside. From 7, gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And when you shoot a high percentage,
Washington's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown.
Well, you hear a lot of disparaging, hating remarks directed towards jump shooting teams, but the Mavericks make no apologies. I mean, that's their game offensively, and that's their story, and they're sticking to it.
Smith checked in for Washington. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Wizards.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Chandler kicks to Smith. The feed to Wells. Screen by Smith. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And here's Barea outside. Washington leading now by 5. Outside, Beal. Shoots over Wells. Beal can't get it to go. And you look at the numbers, whether it's three-pointers or mid-range shots, spot for pull-up, you name it. If it's a jumper, Dallas will live off it.
And you know what, Kevin? If the NBA game was played more like a game of horse, they would be a powerhouse. And, you know, with their defensive scheme clogging the paint, they dare opponents to get into a shoot-it-out with them because they feel like they win that game most times.
For Washington, they had been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
And Washington making a change here. Frazier's checked in. The kick out to Barnes. Good, and it's Perea who picks up the assist. And it's 6 points for Harrison Barnes.
Decision-making of Barnes is really solid. Knows he has the green light to fire as soon as he catches the pass, and that's what he does.
Porter kicks to Smith. Outside, Wall. Smith sets the pick for Wall. Here's Frazier. And another miss by Washington. Mavericks trailed by 5. Barnes kicks to DJ. Pass to Barea. Chandler a screen. High arcing shot. Tries again. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. Bradley Beal, he's been the guy making things happen for Washington. He notched 8 points in the quarter. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this game.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. Morris and Gortat together down low. The deadly duo of Wall and Beal are in the backcourt. And it's Oubre in at the 3, the small forward.
And Nowitzki is an accomplished scorer inside, uses his height extremely well. Can't allow him to get that kind of position.
Here's Wall. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Nowitzki with it. Now Beal defending. That one's good, and the Washington lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Nowitzki.
Tell you what, he doesn't look that strong, but Nowitzki is a strong guy. I mean, easily getting off shots over aggressive defense there.
Morris with the screen for Wall. Shot off the pick. Wall missing again.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Clark, as an analyst, do you feel you view the game drastically different from when you were in your playing days in college and the NBA?
Yeah, you know what, Kevin, I really do, because I've benefited from the different coaches we've had a chance to visit with over the years, and that's added to my perspective. And you tend to look at things differently when you're playing. I was always a student of the game, but clearly I think I've become a lot more analytical as an analyst, if that makes any sense.
Yes. Noel's checked in for Dirk Nowitzki. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
Tell you what, it's really fun watching DJ continue to evolve. I mean, a terrific guy who looks very comfortable doing whatever's asked of him.
And the foul called on DJ. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, yeah.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Active hands prevented an easy bucket that time. Barnes passes to Smith. Smith with a screen on Beal. Smith on the wing. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Washington's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. There's a screen by Gortat. And here's Wall outside. Cans it from downtown. Wall's got 11 points.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. And now let's take a look at the number of second chance points these teams have had over the last month. These guys never give up on a possession. In the third position, the Wizards.
They have been aggressive underneath. I mean, they're playing with a physicality that you don't often see, and it's led to a lot of second chance points.
He kicks it to Gortat. He dishes it to Meeks. And it's Wall in the corner. And another miss by Washington. And, you know, 1 for 4, not a good start. I mean, they got to play with a little more energy this half. And Howard with the second chance points. Howard's got the game tied up here for Dallas.
And Howard really gets up for those putback slams. That's the price you pay when you give him room.
And Beal kicks to Wall. Over Smith. Wall with another miss.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Well, Greg, for 2 straight seasons before this, the Wizards have had a starting 5 that all average double figures on the year. The engine of this offense, I think, is the back. But they can all hurt you, don't you think?
No doubt about it, Kevin. Having a balanced offense like they do makes it tough for teams to prepare defensively. You can't just double or key in on Wall or Beal because they do a great job of facilitating. I think the bigger question moving forward is just going to be what will the impact of that bench be, and ultimately that's going to determine whether they can contend.
Frazier outside. Kicks it to Porter. 6 to shoot. Mahinmi a screen. And Porter, here we go. A second chance effort. The shot by Mahinmi, no good.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done. Offensive rebound, Howard. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too.
And really, Howard is so good at using his wide body to gobble up boards. Just sheer muscle.
Wells, he's checked in for Dallas. And a switcher also for Washington. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Jody Meeks. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down. And the Mavericks making a change here. Chandler's checked in. Farrell kicks to Chandler. There's the pass to Smith. Over to the left wing. And Wells the bucket on the assist by Smith. 6 points for Shammy Wells. And Wells really reliable from deep. When he squares his body up towards the hoop, you feel like he's going to make every shot he takes. Smith kicks to Beal. The Wizards working the ball around now. Frazier dishes to Beal. And stolen by DJ. One-on-one here. Second shot opportunity. And no problem from Noel as he finishes at the rim. And it's a 7-point Maverick lead. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Mavericks. Boy, their hounding, harassing effort to the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
A step-back shot here. And off the front iron, and in it goes. 14 points for Bradley Beal.
You know, a good job by the defender not getting fooled by the step back, but he still got the shot to fall.
Smith kicks to Noel. Chandler the pass to Smith.
Here's Farrell. It's stolen by Mahinmi. Frazier outside. He feeds it to Smith. On the wing, Porter. He's covered by Noel. Lock at 6. Right side, Beal. Shoots the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Chandler's got 3 rebounds now in this one. There's a screen by Noel. Farrell for 3. Offensive rebound. Here's DJ. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Smith's got the lead up to 7 now for Dallas. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Mavericks ahead as they wrap up the 3rd quarter with an energy burst, a 19-7 run. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Right now is winning time.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And then for Washington, Gortat's checked in for Mahinmi. Markieff Morris comes in for Oubre. And John Wall subbed in for Tim Frazier. Smith Jr. and Curry paired at the 1 and the 2. Smith is out there with Nowitzki. And it's Howard in at the 5, down low. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Beal against Curry. It's tipped. And here we go. Washington fast break. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket from Wall.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. And the Mavericks making a change here. Wells is checked in. Good on the second free throw.
And Howard, maybe the most physically imposing player in the game today. His strength still sets him apart.
From 13, yep, it goes. And the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 6. And the basket from John Wall.
And, you know, Kevin, they count on him to provide offense, and he knows how to fill it up.
Screen by Smith. Wells dishes to Smith. Over Porter. Smith gets it to go on the assist from Wells. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
Kevin, I love the mid-range game of Smith. We don't see that a lot from a bunch of players nowadays, but he's constantly looking to let it fly from here.
Wall, no luck.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
The dish now to Howard. It's DJ atop the key. Here's Wells. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. 1:33 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Wall hits the front of the rim and out. Mavericks leading by 8. Smith kicks to Howard. And now here comes Wall leading the break. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Hard not to appreciate the brilliance of Wall. I mean, a super fast, quick player, a guy who runs the offense exceedingly well.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Wells. And so Wall nails both of them.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
Morris with the block. Howard with it. Guarded now by Morris. Lobbed up there for Howard. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barea.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Dallas.
No.
Washington calls timeout. They're behind by 6. 1:04 left in the game. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, DJ.
And the way he's made his mark with
What
his
the
work
inside,
he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Scott Brooks had to say to his team. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. You got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
And the Wizards making a change here. Oubre's checked in. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Screen by Smith. Smith drives in. The kick out to Barnes. Down low. Can't get it to fall. And Washington has possession. And the foul called on DJ. That will get him his fourth foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we will head to the line for 2. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. He's able to hit the second one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
He gets them to within 1 possession, but that miss puts a lot of pressure on their defense.
Unloads from 13. That one wide left.
He must hit that shot. I mean, the defense, non-factor. Very surprising he missed it.
Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Got to appreciate Dennis Smith now. I mean, this guy is terrific at scoring from everywhere. Very athletic and explosive. That makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're down by 5. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
Whatever it is, got to be fast. I mean, can't waste any time at this point.
Gortat, the pass to Beal. It's stolen by Smith. And so they foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
The free throws go down, and the lead goes up.
Beal dishes the Wall. Here's Oubre. Nails the triple.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there. Terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Here's Frazier, off target. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum.
等下2点就回来了。那主要跟人家在那边吃吧，不然明天回来就吃什么？
在那边吃啊。
这就跟爸爸讲，我就知道。
Yeah, baby, that's how you get that W.
Hey, pick your head up. We won.
You can't expect me to be happy when I didn't do anything to help the team.
Cause we just won and you pontificating over
是这个逻辑，是这种卡比样子。
Sopranos, I guess.
Yeah, okay. Tonight, you go home, you are Tony Soprano slap up.
对，体验过的各种大牌。
Forget about it.
That was the worst mobster action I've ever
What?
We won. Forget about it.
Soprano 还点蛊惑人啊。Go gangster. Shoot the crap. Shoot the crap. 不用插，用它。
不是要抄吗？
有没有人
怎么会这样？
？Piece of dirt. Piece of dirt. 太像。
娱乐达人视频，100分真人评论，任性变美好货，想变美，同学 APP。
然后也看了，喂，上次他打赢8局耶。
How you doing?
A lot of the stuff that's in a volcano. That's how hot. Yeah.
这就是他的问题了。
I gotta go. There he is.
对吧？
Perfect timing. Just came from Gatorade to me to you.
Woo! I like this, Brian. I can get used to this, man.
Why don't you do direct deposit again?
Because I like the visual of you handing me a check.
Look what just came from Gatorade to me for you. What? Wait, what? What's? Why aren't you excited? I mean, DJ, you should be.
No,
you should be
I
excited.
am. I mean, well, I was.
What? How did? Brian.
I'm sorry. Look, I got excited. I couldn't wait. It was
Yeah,
right
man,
there.
he even stole your line. It was like the same words and everything.
Oh. Okay. That's just, you know, part of the job I love. The joy. You took that from me.
Jeez, man. Look, I'm sorry.
Ted. My name's Ted.
I knew it was Ted.
Thanks, DJ. Look, you deserve this. Congratulations.
Thanks, Ted.
Yeah, look, hey, dinner's on me. All right, no hard feelings. Pancakes. Everybody loves pancakes, right? You like pancakes?
It's nighttime.
The right time for pancakes. Let's get your pancake eating mouth on. Come on. Huh? No hard feelings?
这你经纪人。
No, I took your joy. I took your joy.
也可以。
I'm on the island, recoup and lay around. Time to build my juice back up. Pop stack up. Suckers get smacked up. Don't doubt the clout. You know what I'm about. Knocking the door, knocking it out. Shaking them up, waking them up, breaking them up, breaking them up. Standing on shaky ground, too close to the edge. Let's see if I know the ledge.
Do you think that?
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks going on.
What up, Sam?
DJ.
Go get them season ticket holders what they paid for, boy. Season tickets. Must be nice to sit.
当然对。哇，你跟雷霆打过吗？还有谁？来吧。勇士哎，打过。
It's a Western Conference battle here at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, as the Mavericks look to work the home court advantage. This is Kevin Harlan at the table alongside Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge from the sideline. Right now, the Rockets, they like to start this road trip off on a positive note. They like their chances, but this could be a tough game for them. Facing up against a talented roster, they'll have to show that they're the better team.
And this is a team they'll see a lot of, 4 times total this season. The first game went their way. We'll see if they can push it to a 2-0 lead tonight.
Yeah, getting the W in this second one would send a clear message about the dominance they expect to have in the matchup.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Ariza and Anderson holding down the forward spots. Paul and Harden, the star-studded backcourt. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And now teams getting into the middle of the season. The truth is, it's a grind, Doris. You know it. You've covered it, 82 games. In your opinion, is that the right amount in terms of 82 games in a regular season?
I would say to you, it doesn't matter if it's the right amount. I think the reality is this is the business of the NBA. It's been 82 games for as long as I can remember, certainly in my lifetime of fandom, Kevin. So the reality is what we need to do is address the schedule. And you're starting to see that. Shortening the preseason, stretching out those windows where you're not getting 4 games in 5 nights and the back-to-backs, particularly when there's back-to-back on national television. 82 games is going nowhere from a business standpoint. Let's make those 82 games the best we can by lengthening the season.
Now here's Paul. Dirk Nowitzki unable to get his shot to go. Paul kicks to Capella and stolen by Howard. Smith on the wing, guarded by Harden. Smith right side, count the basket.
Kev, so important to have that mid-range shot in your arsenal. DJ drawing defenders away from the bucket with the threat of that jumper.
Now here's Harden. 20 points for him last game against Miami.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts. And watching James Harden, the amount of shots he is able to create for himself and his teammates, he just does so much from his position that is unrivaled. One of the greatest offensive threats, not only today, but really of the last decade.
How about the quick release there by Smith? He does not lack confidence when he's in attack mode.
Ariza kicks to Harden. Anderson, a screen on Smith. Shot off the pick. Here's Capella, and the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And when you watch this Rockets team, you can see just how explosive they are on the offensive end. Almost everyone on the floor can hurt you from deep, and they all know their role and execute it to a T.
And last season, the Rockets' offense was incredible. Then they go and add Chris Paul.
They can run a team off the floor if they get hot. Two great playmakers in Paul and Harden. And making a move for Paul made a lot of teams fear what the Rockets can do now on offense.
Now here's Harden. He has 5. Paul kicks to Ariza. 5 to shoot. Here's Capella. Great D that time from Howard.
Boy, that's exactly how you have to play defense when he's driving the lane. You cannot give him any space.
Here's Harden, and it's Harden slamming it down.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment. Barnes dishes to Smith. To the middle, it's deflected. Howard, the pass to Nowitzki. Smith kicks to Howard. The kick out to Barnes. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Rockets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Lob pass to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Just finding the open man. Few who have ever played this game have Paul's vision.
The drive by Smith. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Ariza's got the ball. Rejected by Nowitzki. Smith left side. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And when you look at Dennis Smith Jr., you aren't blown away by the physicality at first, but he's incredibly gifted for a player his size. Great speed and quickness to blow by defenders.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Howard. Nerlens Noel comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Wells is subbed in for Barnes. Houston with a big group substitution here. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Bahamute comes in for Ryan Anderson. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And Gordon subbed in for James Harden. J.J. Barea is checked in for Smith. Nene kicks to Gordon. There's a good screen. Shot clock at 5. Screen by Bahamute. Paul for 3. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Mavericks.
And they concentrated a lot on creating open looks from beyond the arc. Player movement, finding space on the perimeter, that was their #1 priority.
Noel dishes to Chandler. The pass to Wells. Wells gets a screen from Smith to the left side wing. There's a screen by Noel. Over in the corner, Chandler. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Noel, great positioning on the putback.
Don't you love how Noel just sticks with it, never gives up on the possession, working really hard for his guys.
Nene, the screen. Gordon, the pass to Paul. Kicks it to Miles. Another miss by Houston. The Mavericks leading. Smith outside, trying to find Chandler. He's got it now. Feeds to Noel. DJ kicks to Noel. Noel sets a screen for Barea. And the miss, not the best shot selection there. Rockets have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. 32 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And it's blocked. Outside Gordon. 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Chandler with the steal. Here's Barea. Gets that one to fall after missing his first two. 1 for 3 from the field. Now here's Gordon. Not a lot of room. Nene, the screen. Ball for 3, and no good trying to get that one. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Mavericks ahead. They lead by 3. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And let's hear from Tyson Chandler. He talked about what he brings to this team.
I do a lot that doesn't show up on the stat sheet.
Chandler has long been the kind of player all coaches want on their team. He's the definition, Greg, of an unselfish player who doesn't care about his ego or his stats.
And he knows that and prides himself on it. That also makes him the kind of player his teammates appreciate so much, because they know nobody wins any rings without a guy like Tyson Chandler on the team.
Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
For me, that defense in the first period, just tremendous shot blocking.
They have smothered every opportunity, it feels like. The other team has got to be nervous on field goal attempts.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, we've got Chandler. J.J. Barea is out there with Wells. And it's Smith. And it's Noel in at the 4. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Wizards gave them a bit of a boost. He had 9 points, and it seemed like he wound up at the line all night long with a lot of free throws. His dominating performance gave the team exactly what it needed to end the losing streak. And I'm sure he'll be looking to lead him again tonight, Kevin.
Appreciate it, David. After all the good work he did in that last game, he's got plenty to build on here tonight.
Except that the D is going to be all over him, Kevin. They're aware of what he did last time out, and they're going to be doing everything they can to keep him in check.
Well, that could be a big positive for them, Greg, because while he's drawing all that attention, a few of his teammates might get a little bit more space to operate.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Houston leading by 5. Passes it to Mbamute. Ariza with it. Now guarded by DJ. Nene with the screen on Smith. It's stolen by Smith. One-on-one here. And it's Smith that time on the assist by Smith. That's now 8 points for Dennis Smith.
I tell you what, Smith's also a solid defender. Phenomenal at using those quick hands to just pry that ball away.
The shot by Nene, no good.
And a surprise he doesn't knock that down. Defense a little too lax that time.
Now here's Wells, guarded by Harden. Smith dishes to Chandler. Here's Wells. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. Houston's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. Dallas making a switch here. Barea's checked in, and a switch here also for Houston. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. Here's Harden on the wing. He's got 16. Shots good from Mbamute.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Barea, the pass to Smith. Stolen by Miles. For 3. And another 3 for Houston.
Well, this is his signature, right? C.J. Miles, best known for that ability to fill it up from deep. Pretty stuff.
DJ kicks to Chandler with 1 on the clock, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Houston ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Trailing to start the quarter, they battled hard. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. The second half just about to get going here. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
I mean, he was prolific in that first half. You know it's coming, but it's just so tough to stop.
And this is what he does, right, Greg? He's out there to score the basketball, and throughout that first half, he dominated.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Filling out the wings, it's Harden and Ariza. Anderson is down low with Capella, and it's Paul in at the 1. 3 on the clock, and here's Barnes for 3. Rockets with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Well, listen, I've seen worse performances offensively, but no doubt that group was inconsistent.
Well, certainly it wasn't their best night shooting the basketball. What you have to do is now put it aside and get focused for the next one.
Doors, every team now is looking for bigs who can rebound, block shots, defend in the perimeter, and hit the face-up jump shot, which we've seen. But now they're moving outside. That's asking a lot of the versatility from that one position. So when you think of that, who fits the bill in your mind?
Well, the guy who was eye-popping in limited action was Mr. Joel Embiid. What a great personality and a diverse skill set on the offensive end. Anthony Davis and Karl Anthony Towns, both from the University of Kentucky, have the kind of skill set that I think makes them the prototypical next-generation NBA player. Those guys can step away, make three-point opportunities. Both can face up, put it on the deck, and go in either direction. Both can go with their back to the basket. I mean, what a luxury for those coaches to have a big man with those capabilities.
Harden kicks to Anderson. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 4 assists in the game.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Dallas calls timeout. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And how about that bench? I mean, you got to give it up for that second unit. They really sparked that victory.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt, Greg, that the guys off the bench stepped up and provided the necessary spark.
Smith with it. He's picked up by Paul. Smith outside and taken away by Paul. Fast break. Here we go. Count it. Good. Paul's got his first points of the night.
And something we don't see nearly as much as we used to, the finger roll.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Smith dishes to Smith. Howard kicks to Barnes over Ariza. And yep, finally dropped after rolling around the rim. Barnes has got 6.
Yeah, spot up shooting, one of Barnes' really strong suits offensively.
Screen by Capella. And here's Harden for 3. Count that as his 7th field goal in 10 tries. He's shooting a very good 70%.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Smith, the pass to Smith over Paul. Second chance shot. And there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. The Mavericks have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Nerlens Noel checks in for Howard. Curry comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Farrell subbed in for Smith. The Rockets also changing it up. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Troy Williams comes in for Anderson. And Gordon subbed in for James Harden. Williams with a clean look. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And for the Mavericks, clearly the rebuild, Greg, has begun.
Yeah, but they made good use of their picks. They brought in more youth and signed their building blocks. Franchise isn't used to rebuilding, but they are approaching it, I think, the right way.
That one goes in.
Well, smart enough to know if there's going to be congestion in there when he's attacking. Barnes gets to that in-between game.
Paul kicks to Nene. The feed to Ariza. There's a screen by Williams. Shot clock at 6. Here's Paul. Pass to Nene. Right through the D for the layup. And the Rockets lead by 16.
Now, this is Nene's craft, right? He works inside, has a knack for getting it up and down.
Curry dishes to Smith. Here's Barnes, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And Harrison Barnes, just a tremendous athlete at that small forward position. I think his strength has been able to...
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. They've got DJ. Howard is out there with Nowitzki. Then there's Wells, and it's Smith in at point guard. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And Greg, you look at the versatility of Barnes. He can defend, I think, 3 positions.
And that's what the league is all about now. Switching on picks, much more popular. And with an all-around solid defender like Barnes, it doesn't uncover mismatches.
And there's the call on Shammy Wells. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Capella with a screen on Smith. Lob pass to Capella. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it.
I don't know if he's just forcing things, but after one miscue in the first half, he's been a mistake waiting to happen since.
Here's Howard. Second chance effort. Here's Smith. And Howard with the stop.
Yeah, and when Howard is allowed to get near the bucket, he capitalizes easily on the offensive glass.
Oh, he got blocked.
He sees the game so well.
Smith against Paul. He feeds it to Capella. Down low. Here's Harden. And counted, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Well, he's kept them in balance tonight. This guy's shooting has put them in front.
Mavericks trail by 8. Wells kicks to DJ. There's a screen. He dishes it to Nowitzki. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. 6 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
Good luck trying to contest Dirk from that spot. He does not get flustered by defense when he's shooting beyond the arc.
Paul passes to Capella. Harden left side. Wells with the steal. And now Wells pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Oh, their communication on offense is working at every level now. These guys are really cohesive. What a run.
Dishes it to Harden. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Dallas has gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them.
Yeah.
Lob pass to Capella.
错了，我没看到。哇！看这版电脑都传这种球。我们这版电脑都会传这种。
Now the dish to Well. Over Harden. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut to just 3 points. Basket from Well.
You gotta respect the attitude of Wells. A force on the offensive end. Superb at delivering in these critical moments.
Anderson outside. Houston moving it around. Ball against Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now here's Wells. He's guarded closely. Smith against Ariza. Smith dishes to Wells. To tie it up. Another 3 for Dallas.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Anderson the screen. 1:31 left in the fourth. Screen by Capella. Here's Harden. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
And you got to enjoy watching Harden down low, doing whatever he wants in the paint.
Smith outside. Smith off a pick from Smith. Shot, high post. Here's Nowitzki. That one misses. And Houston the other way now. At one point, they led by 16. Here's Here's Harden. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
What a shot. He had no fear. I love it.
J.J. Barea checked in for Dallas.
Oh, and he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the harm. Huge possession there to extend the lead.
Back to Smith. Barea with a screen on Hart. Nowitzki outside. Tries a three. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That consistency from distance, that's something J.J. Barea has worked on, and you can see the results here.
Harden kicks to Capella. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That's on Dwight Howard.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
On the free throw, no good.
And this is not a time to be patient with the basketball.
No, you've got to act quickly here. I mean, look for the quick score and either a fast foul or a steal. No options.
Yeah, tough break for him there. But they'd have a tough time coming back from this deficit no matter who's on the floor. And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're behind by 6. 19 seconds left in the game. What do you think, guys?
And I'm not sure the two-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
Unless it's an and one, a two-pointer makes no sense. Unfortunately for them, the defense knows this too.
19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 8 feet away. Nowitzki, no good.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different. And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
Dallas calls timeout. They trail by 8. 12 seconds left in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
And down like this, there's so much to talk about. I don't know if one timeout is going to be enough.
I think it's looking pretty bleak.
Smith the pass to Noel. Barea with a wide open look. Nails the triple.
Wow, look at the way the big man Noel set up his guys. Puts the pass in the perfect position. Easy shot.
So we see the Rockets get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was.
Saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bueno. ¿Quién sabe? Ojo.真的没有球的感觉。那怎么会找那种球？ Hand my thought.
Sip the juice, I got enough to go around.
Okay.
It takes place uptown. I grew up on the sidewalk while on street talk, and then taught to Hawk, New York. I go to Queens for Queens to get the proof from Brooklyn. Make money in Manhattan and never been tooken. Go uptown to the Bronx and boogie down, get strong on the island, recoup and lay around. Time to build my juice back up, pop stack up. Suckers get smacked up, don't doubt the clout. You know what I'm about. Knocking the door, knocking it out, shaking them up, waking them up, breaking them up, breaking them up. Standing on shaky ground, too close to the edge. Let's see if I know the ledge. Corners trifling, shorty's here. I get living. Here's a sip for the crew that's deceased. If I get revenge, then somebody gotta suffer. I just might spare one.
The playground. What is that?
Stay alerted on bees, and I
Station.
work with these like Hercules. 'Cause I don't like all the hype when
Yeah,
I
that's
fall.
true.
Smooth, but I move like an army. Down face brothers try to putting brothers to rest like Elliot Ness. 'Cause I don't like stress. Streets ain't a place for innocent bystanders to stand. Nothing's gonna stop the plan. I'll chill like Pacino, like De Niro, Black Gambino, die like a hero. Living on shaky ground, too close to the edge. Let's see if I know the ledge. Play around on the battleground, found throughout the town. Try to put shame in my game to make a name. I'ma put it on a, put it in your brain. Rip the block like a. Who cares where it goes? Just keep the casket closed. No remorse when the life is lost. I paid my dues, paid the cost. And my pockets are still fat. Wherever I'm at, I get the wealth from Mac. Even if my crew is steep with one beat, high track attention, people like to be. So come say hi to the bad guy. Don't say goodbye, I don't plan to die. 'Cause I get loose, and I got troops. In control of many, like I am told for many. Hang out, don't try to play me. I'm at war a lot, I don't war forgot. But no warning, it's warm a lot. When I cook beef, but never clear. Areas in fear, but this here's severe. Living life too close to the edge. Hoping that I know the ledge.
New right? Let me Brian.
She know already cool. Just meet me after school. Until your mom come home, and you'll be calling me out. Capone sweat me. She didn't wanna let me loose. Come get me. Cause the streets await me, so I take my on safety. Cause a lot of hate me coming out of the building. They set me up. In the puddle, I lay close to the edge. I guess I didn't know the ledge.
KP!
DJ, what's up?
Man, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. What are you doing here?
Yeah, just came by to say what's up, kind of, give you an advice if you need one, and just came by.
Man, Brian hooked it up, bro. Yes, I would love advice, man. I'm a huge fan of yours, bro. The way you're dominating, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. What do you have for me? Like, what can I really do?
What's your rookie season? You know it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
You have some things that have been going on, or?
Speaking of tough, man. The vets are riding me, bro.
No, you want to join Nick.
I'm over there scrubbing Shammy's rims. It's ridiculous, man. Got me
Just
in a
join
My Little
it.
Pony backpack.
Yeah, see, that's tough. There's a fine line. You may have to do some rookie stuff, and you can't say nothing. But if you feel like it's too much, you gotta step up and say something,
bro. I'm barely getting sleep, man. I'm missing out on.
That's tough. You gotta stand up for yourself and just say something back to the vets one time and see what happens. You might get better, it might get worse.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you know, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach out to Brian, reach out to you, maybe we can connect.
Yeah, call me whenever. You got my number now.
I appreciate you, bro.
You're welcome.
Want to listen music? Can't.
小孩生出来了，不用再强调，真的。讲出来了，以前在哪里产检，现在在哪里生，人类已经到这个地方去了。
She's up there. You know my brother实验室。你要买贵的实验室。
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trail Blazers.
看我有听到自己的声音，好鸟。给你听。
Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trail Blazers.
看我有听到自己的声音，好鸟。给你听。
Tonight,
Go inside.哎、欸，这样我讲到别人以为是你讲，因为你在开直播。大家好，我是王炳浩。I'm Howard Wang, and I'm the toughest player in the NBA. And I like Kobe Bryant, and Justin Bieber.
Baby, fire, man.
Appreciate it. What's up, Rook?
Hey, look, I heard you got invited to MJ's golf tournament.
Of course I did. Come on,
Of course
man.
you did, and I would like to be your guest. Plus one.
Plus one where?
Plus one at
I听你的歌，我很棒。
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
你有什么鸟歌？
He asked me about the MJ tournament.
It might have slipped out, but that wasn't my main like.
You still over here begging people?
I'm not begging the man. I'm just asking
Hey,
for a
but
little bit
speaking
cool.
of that MJ tournament, baby, you remember that?
Hey,
that
that
after
was
party
crazy.
last year with the zip lining?
Crazy.
I thought you was gonna drown though, B.
Come on,
you told
man.
me you could swim
Remember that? You go?
every year.
And you heard me asking people, and you didn't hook it up for your boy?
Yeah, I heard you asking, but you ain't, you haven't paved your way yet.
Wow.
Dirt. It take work to be able to get to this type of
I've been
event.
putting in
See,
work.
he
You can
think
ask
it's all
Sean.
easy. He think it's
You
easy.
can ask Sean.
that
I've been
rookie
carrying it
stuff,
too.
Nah, that's that rookie stuff, man.
Oh, say does that star spangled
The crowd is assembled at the American Airlines Center looking for a Mavericks win here in downtown Dallas. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. For the Portland Trailblazers, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Timberwolves. And boy, they really got humiliated at home. They got flat out dominated in that game, guys.
Well, listen, I've seen worse performances offensively, but no doubt that group was inconsistent.
They would look like they had it figured out, then take a couple bad shots and be right back to where they started.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Hey, Kevin. Now, we know the NBA is a tight-knit fraternity.
Thanks as always, David. And Greg, you figure personality like DJ's would be welcomed by the rest of the players in the NBA. Well, as the NBA season comes into full gear, you really start to see just how big the NBA season is. Chris, would you like to keep it at 82 games, or would you like to change it, maybe bring the schedule and the regular season number of games down a bit?
I like to keep it the same. I like to keep it the same because it is the same tradition that other players had to go through it. You know, the Magics, the Birds. You had to play 82 games. I don't think it's too much. And technology today is much better. You can come back, you can recuperate faster. You can come back from injury easier than players before this generation came, and so I say 82 games.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The incredible pair of Lillard and McCollum are at the 1 and 2. Turner is out there with Van, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. Now here's McCollum. Over DJ. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
I like how McCollum works in his in-between game. Finds a way to get involved from his spot.
Screen by Smith. On the wing, Barnes. Turner covering. Smith sets the pick for Barnes. A second chance effort, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
I can't afford to leave the ground around DJ. He's adept at drawing in the air and going into the foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And his free throws are falling at a rate of only about 72% on the season. Not terrible, but listen, you obviously would expect him to do better.
On defense, the Mavericks. It's a 3-point game. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And that was a stinker. I mean, that's one of those games where you really can't find anything that they did well. The game just got out of hand and really just a shaky performance across the board.
And they tried to adjust, but every play they ran got countered by a better one. One of the most skilled offensive players in the game. C.J. McCollum has all the moves he wants.
And C.J. McCollum with a point guard's handle. He can attack with either hand.
He transitions cleanly into his pull-up jumper. With that quick high release, almost no time to recover.
Now here is Smith. He's coming off a 10-point game against Houston. And he uses the glass on the layup. Smith's got his first 2 points.
And Smith likes getting close to the rim, a consistent scorer when he's deep inside.
Nurkic a screen on Smith. McCollum no good.
All right, look, that's what they want. The ball is in his hands in the post. Just didn't have the touch that time.
Barnes. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Barnes has got 5.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Screen by Nurkic, and Lillard kicks to McCollum. Good on the triple.
McCollum is incredibly dangerous from outside. Awesome at finding available spaces. He shoots it with ease.
Smith dishes to Smith. Inside, the kick out to Barnes. To the paint. Nurkic with the block. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Excellent defense there from Smith.
He loses concentration at the moment of truth and blows the layup.
DJ passes to Barnes. Count it. He's got 7. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And Lillard kicks to Turner. Back to Lillard. 3-pointer. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Well, Lillard is always going to be aggressive on offense as he looks to catch the defense off guard.
Smith kicks to Smith to the inside. A second chance effort. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Lillard with it. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Minnesota.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. He also did a great job at creating for his teammates. So many assists tonight. Oh, man, just an outstanding first quarter so far for him. He's doing a great job creating space and knocking down open looks.
Smith against Lillard. DJ kicks to Nowitzki. On the wing, Barnes. He dishes it to Howard. Shot clock at 5. DJ passes to Nowitzki. No good that time. And the Trailblazers going the other way. And this motion offense of Terry Stotts, a great fit for the roster of the Blazers.
Well, he's a coach who builds his system around his talent, not the other way around. Great firepower, especially in the backcourt. He's done a great job of exploiting.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Well, the pace right now, that's being dictated to them. They have to try to get it back to their tempo, their style of game.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Howard. Nerlens Noel comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Wells is checked in for Barnes. And Barea subbed in for Smith. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Ed Davis is checked in for Nurkic. Collins comes in for Noah Vonleh. Harkless is checked in for Turner. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Damian Lillard. Here's Galloway. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. To halt the run, Collins grabs the miss.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
Mavericks trail by 6. Wells wide open. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
McCollum outside. Collins dishes to Davis. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Tyson Chandler.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Ed Davis out of North Carolina, the 10th pick back in the 2010 draft.
Yeah, now 6'10", a little undersized for the center position, but he finds a way to get it done. A strong rebounder, and he knows how to finish the run.
And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Mavericks.
And you can see how big a role the three-point shot played in their offense. They were determined to spread the floor and just kind of open things up through their long-range game.
Now here's Wells. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Yeah, you got to appreciate the IQ of Wells. Working well off the screen, getting in prime position to score.
Here's McCollum. 7 points in the game, and it's good for 2.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Mavericks trail by 9. DJ kicks to Noel. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here's McCollum. Defense right on him. There's the pick. Davis with a screen on Noel. McCollum, no good.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
Way beyond the arc on that play. It's the kind of shot he can make, but not necessarily the one you want.
The basket's coming early and Dirk Nowitzki steadily climbing the all-time scoring rankings. He talked about the remarkable journey of his long and illustrious career.
When I first got here, my first year was so tough that I didn't really know that
Dirk has proven himself through the test of time. As tough as it may have been back in his rookie year, he overcame those obstacles to become this elite NBA player destined for the Hall of Fame.
And people do talk about players being a Dirk Nowitzki type. You're right about that. And that's a type any team would like to have. You know, one of the greatest power forwards in the NBA's history.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers, guys, what do you think?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
Yeah, small lead so far, but it's building fast, and they better watch out.
They've got J.J. Barea. Nerlens Noel is out there with Chandler. Then there's Wells, and it's DJ in at the small forward position. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Chandler kicks to DJ, and the NBA game is evolving. Chris, you know that. And if you were starting back at square one, say, and trying to develop your skills to prepare yourself for a pro career, is there anything you do differently to prepare yourself for how the game is being played now?
That's a great question. You know, I remember playing in Washington, and I shot over like 35% from the three-point line. And I remember in the paper they were saying, you know, we don't need big fellas to do that. So I got right back in the post. And so the game has changed so much. And so I would really say that I would balance the work that I did in the post with outside of the post. I would just make sure that I would continue to stretch the floor as far as three-pointers, to give guys room to drive. And I would have definitely continued to work on my ball handling, maybe where a kicker could have screened for me, and then I could have been the initiator, since in most times I was kind of that point forward. But for the most part, no, I would have tried to put the same effort in, but definitely with different skill sets. You get to play differently now. You know, when we think about it, I don't think Larry Bird got to shoot 2 3-pointers a game. Imagine if he would have got to just let 7 go. You know, I don't know what we would ask him, except would you have to ice your wrist after games a little bit more, because you would be able to shoot more. So I think the freedom would have been fun, but I don't think I would have had to prepare any differently.
Here's Galloway, covered by Smith. Galloway, the pass to Nurkic. Now, here's Lillard. 8 points for him. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. Smith. Here's the teardrop. Here's Barnes. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up. In a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Trailblazers up 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, so
哦，有人叫你 subscribe 他的，
a scoring machine here in that first half.
他只是在留言说 please subscribe me， 然后就这样。不是啊，那不同人啊，其他也在直播。
Lillard and McCollum, the star-studded backcourt. Vonleh's out there with Evan Turner, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Well, the Blazers' offense is based on flow and movement. A lot of screens off the ball create openings for their shooters.
And the Blazers, one of the better offensive teams in the league, very unpredictable.
Well, they keep the defense moving and reacting. They keep the weak side occupied, not stagnant, with a lot of isolation and post-ups.
Good on both.
It's easy to admire the heart DJ plays with. He continues to add new wrinkles to his game over time.
Smith against Lillard. Nurkic setting the pick for Lillard. Kicks it to McCollum. And it's sent back by Nowitzki. Barnes against McCollum. Here's Nowitzki. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Portland's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight with the shot. That's short off the rim.
Pretty high percentage look with the D playing off. Just couldn't knock it down.
Howard kicks to Barnes. Nowitzki dishes to DJ. Pass to Barnes. Stolen by McCollum. And Turner with a clear path to the rack. And the rejection by Smith.
DJ is solid at knowing when to leap up for the block shots. Got to be careful with shooting when he's around.
Barnes can't get it to go. Portland leading. McCollum outside. Over DJ. The dish to Vonleh. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Three-pointer, Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. And that's 13 points for Lillard. Maverick shooting 43% from the field. Screen by Smith. Over Turner. And it's Smith missing.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. And C.J. McCollum, one of those players who was a late bloomer. Chris, just over 5 feet tall as a high school freshman. Made his college career at mid-major Lehigh. It's in the Patriot League.
He had a great college career. He played all 4 seasons there. And, of course, the 10th pick in the 2013 draft. And this season, a 4-year, $100 million contract kicks in. Yeah, he's made it big time.
It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Smith.
Oh, but they got that one to fall, and they need to keep it up after missing the first 3 shots of the half.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And Dennis Smith Jr., the 9th overall pick in this year's draft, but voted by his fellow rookies as the favorite to win Rookie of the Year. The Mavericks giving him every opportunity as their point guard of the future.
Langston Galloway's checked in for Lillard. Nurkic a screen on Smith. Here's McCollum. Bounces high off the rim and drops. McCollum's got 20.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Okay, time now for an injury report.
He told me that it looks like a bruised tailbone and that he's in some pain. Of course, the schedule is getting extremely demanding at this time of the season, and that injury is only going to make things worse. Evan?
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Fingers crossed, and hopefully it's nothing but good news from now on when David gives us updates on him.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Nerlens Noel checks in for Nowitzki. And Wells is subbed in for Barnes. And a switch here also for Portland. Harkless is checked in.
And Dennis Smith, guys, get this, measured a 48-inch vertical, which would tie him for the best in NBA history. He's a perfect fit for the Mavericks, who were in desperate need of some star power and athleticism.
Here's DJ, and he converts the layup. DJ's got 4 this quarter.
You can't let DJ get comfortable down on the block. He's superb at reading the defense and cashing in deep inside.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Vonleh at the elbow. Down low and stolen by Howard. Here's Wells, and that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Now just a 4-point Portland lead.
And you got to admire the inside game of Wells. Terrific at getting room to get that one off.
McCollum outside. From about 16. 6 on the shot clock. With the teardrop. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, Langston Galloway, the undrafted guard out of St. Joseph. Now, look, he flew under the radar on draft day, but has proven that he could be a rotation player in the NBA. Just a natural scorer at the point guard.
Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Dallas. Correa comes in for Smith. Davis is checked in for Portland. Collins comes in for Turner.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Harkless, the pass to McCollum. Dishes to Collins. Back to McCollum. Pass to Galloway. Fires the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Galloway has got 6. And with Galloway, he can run an offense, but his main draw is his shooting and his ability, Chris, to create scoring chances. Very hard to contain at times.
And you like having that scoring punch he brings off the bench. Decent shooter from deep who can stretch a defense. Not really an efficient scorer, but he looks to act as a catalyst.
To the left wing. Here's Wells. They get it again.
Well, you gotta love the little man climbing up amongst the skyscrapers and coming away with the big rebound.
Here's Galloway, guarded by Barea. Here's Davis. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists now tonight. Mavericks trail by 8. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Smith penetrating. Here's Wells. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
When you're open, DJ will find you. A team-first guy who plays well within the offense.
Davis with a screen on Barea. Here's Galloway. They set the pick. A 3 from McCollum. Off on that one. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been shutting down DJ, clearly trying to keep him from having a big night. Back right after this. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guy.
Our number one concern is transition defense. We can't lose people in transition. We got to get back. We got to talk. All right?
Moments ago, Terry Stotts likes to run a fast pace on offense, but asking his team to guard against that very thing defensively on the other end.
Yeah, and it puts a lot of pressure on the conditioning of your players. We'll see who can step up, who may even need to be subbed out.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Smith. Chandler out there at Nerlens Noel. Then there's J.J. Barea, and it's Wells in at the shooting guard. McCollum outside. This is it to Davis. And Chandler sends it back.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots. A good scorer inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
That's just an attack mindset. I love it. Game on the line, these are competing guys.
Here's Collins. A 3 from McCollum. Second chance shot. Harkless kicks to Davis. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. And the Trailblazers lead by 4. Barea dishes to Smith. The feed to Chandler. It's stolen by Davis. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. That's good. And so Galloway with the assist. McCollum's got 10 points in just the second half.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Smith. In close, he hits it.
Gotta appreciate watching DJ shred the D on the drive, blasting around anyone who tries to stop him. Determination.
Cullen passes to Harkless. Davis setting the pick for Harkless. And the rejection by Noel. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. And he can't hit the second. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Howard's checked in for Chandler. Nowitzki comes in for Noel. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And Smith subbed in for J.J. Barea. Portland also making some changes. Norkic checked in for Davis. Noah Vonleh comes in for Collins. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Langston Galloway. Here's Barnes, and another basket for Dallas.
And you're starting to see some tired legs on those defenders as we come down the stretch here, Clark.
I mean, at some point, you got to think about subbing some of these guys out, getting them a little bit of a breather. They just can't keep up.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard from downtown. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
Oh, the outside stroke of Lillard. Awesome at getting his feet under him so he can bury the triple.
Smith dishes to DJ. Shoots over Lillard. Reverses. And it's Portland with the rebound. McCollum outside. Over DJ. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Mavericks trailed by 7. Smith outside. High post, Howard. Nowitzki outside. Smith outside. Trying to find Smith. He's got it now. Nowitzki a screen. Smith with it. Now defended by McCollum. Smith, no luck.
Not easy to miss a clean look inside like that, but he manages to do it.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. The pass to Nurkic. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
That free throw, no good. Evan Turner, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And he sinks the second. And the Mavericks with possession here, trailing here by 8. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Screen by Smith. Here's Barnes. Nowitzki, the pass to DJ. Lillard outside. Left side, Turner. Smith against McCollum. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
McCollum uses his wily strength to sink these shots. Even when you rough him up,
Really
he
on
finds
fire.
a way to score.
They throw good, McCollum. Chris, during your career, you always had incredible footwork in the post. Who are some of the bigs that impress you with their footwork today?
Oh, wow. I think you have to look down in New Orleans. I mean, they have 2 great examples in Cousins and Davis, 2 guys that can dance with the best of them. You look at Minnesota and that young fella Cat there, the way that he plays and moves his feet and how he handles it in the post, you have to love it. But I love where the big men are today because they have great footwork. They have the skill set of the small guys and still use their size. But those 3 come to mind right now.
It's not a lost art either. I think guys realize that their footwork is sometimes their ticket to a good career.
They're better, and if not, they need to open the basketball history books and look at guys like Hakeem Olajuwon and Kevin McHale, 2 of the best ever with footwork. And that's why, you know, it's fun growing up playing other sports because it prepares you for basketball. It prepares you having the footwork and having to be a big guy but still being light on your feet.
Portland leading by 9. Goes up from the top of the key, and he hits the jumper for 2. McCollum's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Oh, and when McCullough's got it going, you got to keep getting him the rock. An incredible player who continues to get better.
Here's DJ, converts on the jumper for the easy 2. DJ's got 10 points here in the second half.
A mix-up defensively. No one contested the shooter on that play.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. He feeds it to Vonleh. Nurkic setting the pick for Vonleh. A 3 from McCollum. Smith with some nice D.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
No, I mean, there had to be a better option that time down the court. That's just a missed opportunity.
Lillard with no one around. From outside, off the mark. There's 31 seconds left in the game. Barnes kicks to Smith. To the inside. A 3-ball. Smith with the basket on the assist by Nowitzki.
Man, I just love how Smith is ready to shoot as soon as he gets the ball, measuring the shot as the pass is en route.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 8. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole it's hard to climb out of.
Yeah, they can only blame themselves. A few missed
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team.
Well said. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Alden. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
Hey, great game, DJ.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, man. That's what you say? We lost.
Yeah, but I was...
Yeah, no buts. You had a good game, fine, but we lost. So you still lost. Your stat line tonight was perfect.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was, but we lost. Which means I lost, which means you lost. Hey, I'm all about the stats. I mean, I watch my own clips on YouTube, but I do that at home. When you're here, it's what happens with us, not you.
What's wrong with him?
Man. Great game, though.
This won't last a minute. Raise the bar up. You've been feeling really lonely. You a star. In the car. Like you Starbucks. I'm on another planet. Roll it up. On the leave. Better take your sleep. On the left.
又来了，到底干嘛？他一定要你加。来，他要开始叫你加你。Just join. Yeah, good team.
City holla back, you know I had to give me some more racks. You know I had to put it on the map. Send me the address and not GPS. Then I pull up, yeah. I be the plug, I got for days. She's so good, she won't marry the kid. But I'm still stuck in my way. Ooh, get out my face. I don't want it all, I just want to taste. We've been going up, I think we in space. But I do need my space. Whoa, I've been going up. She been with it, she just trying to on a rap, go from the 9. And she lean with it, I'ma lean in it. A lot of money on my mind. Got a shawty on the other line. And she beat twice, I decline. While I twice, I be fine, yeah. I'm good with that. I'ma leave you on that note. And I ain't got a trap phone. I might need a backup phone, like, whoa. Rolling Japanese till I flow. Rolling, I've been living like the GOAT. Rolling on a boat. See, I've been rolling, rolling Japanese, still afloat. Rolling, I've been living like a goat. Rolling, on the boat. See, I've been rolling. See, I've been rolling. See, I've been rolling.
Yeah. So her BB's team, yeah.
Ubi is the first place. What the fuck?
My side girl got a 5S.
第一名是 Ubi 的。
Still hit me back right away. Better not never hesitate.
Where's Westbrook?
Don't come around think you're getting saved. Trying to show the dogs brighter days. Got a torch trying to light the way. Biting everybody, which is ironic. Cause your next album probably won't ever see the light of day. Have fans, but you let them down. But I guess that's how you getting down. I'm so high up, I'm like how really getting down. I could never have a kid, then be out here still kidding around, boys playing around. Where you really wanna take it now? I got $150,000 for an after party, and I gave it to the police just to break it down. Bring us up, I never take us down, but if you bring me up, then they might take it down. Fake, what we back then, but it's getting hard for you to fake it now. Being rich when I'm 40, man, I'm trying to make it now. No, never let it ride your wave. No, no way, no. Never let it ride your wave. No, no way, no. Park the beam just to ride the rave. $10 million gotta hide the safe. Michael Phelps with the swim moves. Michael Jordan with the tennis shoes. Quavo, young, I invented you. Ike Turner with the Griselda Blanco with the trap move. Gangland with the right hand. Undertaker with the tattoos. Never listen to the classroom. Switch it up, they bit the last move. I'm a magnet for bad. You got the going outside. I spent the 50 on a chain. You spent your last 50. I got the key to the street. You got the key to defeat. I got the key to the war zone. You got the key to the peace. No, never let it ride your wave. No, no way, no. Never let it ride your wave. No, no way, no. Park the beam just to ride the rave. $10 million gotta hide the safe. We gon' go live, yeah. We gon' go live, yeah. Getting loose, yeah. Ocean deep in my swimming pool, yeah. Going dead prayers in my living room, yeah. Flood my roller, told my let's go snorkel. All important, trying to get.
Also West.
No, I did not sign with Jay, but I still send
PD.
a title away. Yeah, I might just go get the fade, buy the do-rag and just tie the waist. Yeah, it's lit at the crib, you can stay. Me and Dre kick like kid and play. Yeah, the way that she serving it, I gotta sit back and digest. I guess, for the bias. When I stress, got my mama out the basement. That's a different type of facelift. Remix be about the bracelets. Don't hit us asking what the wave is. No, never let it ride your wave. No, no way, no. Never let it ride your wave. No, no way, no. Park the beam just to ride the rave. $10 million gotta hide the safe. Michael Phelps with the swim moves. Michael Jordan with the tennis shoes. Michael Phelps with the swim moves. Michael Jordan with the tennis shoes. A 15 anni andai giù al mare E andai fuori per una ragazza, un suo ex mi guardò male, come Rocky in piazza, un passante ci riprese, con la voce non con la webcam. E solo io so quante ne ho prese, ma tutto questo era un calcio. Non era un gioco comunicare, prima che il Nokia fosse un super trend. Andavo in centro per chiamare, da una cabina come Superman. Per me Milano era come New York, sui sedili arancioni di un tram. Ci torno adesso, rimpiango e penso che tutto questo era un calcio. Andava sempre così, dal lunedì al venerdì. La stessa gente di in tasca niente, però era meglio di un film. Mike Tyson, Laude, James Hunt, Stallone, Hulk Hogan, Van Damme. Mi guardo adesso, rimpiango e penso che tutto questo era un calcio. Era di moda andare a ballare, all'acqua fanno il cocorico, musica alta in ogni locale, poche parole come Robocop, il 50 top e le pennate, Giovanni folli come Peter Pan. Ci penso spesso e mi accorgo adesso che tutto questo era un calcio. Certe pellicole da panico, Carlito il finale drammatico, DiCaprio nell'Atlantico, Tony Montana e milioni spesi dentro. Ci sono i baracconi in città, e forse non ho avuto tutto ciò che ho chiesto, ma tutto il resto era un calcio. Andava sempre così, dal lunedì al venerdì. La stessa gente di in tasca niente, però era meglio di un film. Lupin, MacGyver, Batman, Street Fighter, Tekken, Pac-Man. Mi guardo adesso, rimpiango e penso che tutto questo era un calcio. 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 Si stava meglio sconosciute senza paparazzi, quando ancora a Milano giravo in scooter. Rispetto ai macchinoni Maxi ho sempre preferito il taxi. Non ce lo vedo De Niro che fa il driver per Uber. I Superman moderni stanno sul computer, zero criptonite. Oggi è la vita vera, la concorrenza del rap non è più mite. Ce n'è sempre uno pronto come l'uomo tigre. Se pensa come girava il mondo 20 anni fa, che per giocare ai videogame doveva andare al bar. La solitudine accompagna anche le superstar, finisce che parli con l'auto come supercar. Andavo da blockbuster in film di serie A, i Ghostbuster, lo squalo, Jurassic Park. Mi sentivo in paradiso in quel Luna Park che oggi è chiuso, tempo scaduto, niente più caso. Andava sempre così, dal lunedì al venerdì. La stessa gente di in tasca niente, però era meglio di un film. Il rap di Big e Tupac, Space Jam e Michael Jordan. Mi guardo adesso, rimpiango e penso che tutto questo era un calcio.
Yeah, to all the and the $100 billers. For real, who ain't got no feelings. Check it out now. I got you stuck off the realness. We be the infamous, you heard of us. Official Queensbridge. Tomorrow comes equipped for warfare. Beware of my crime family who got for all those who want to profile and pose. You all alone in these streets, cousin. Every man for themself in his land. We be
shit.
keep them shook crews running like they supposed to.
Oh.
They come around, but they never come close to. Your simple words just don't move me. You're minor, we major. You're all up in the game and don't deserve to be a player. Don't make me have to call your name out. Your crew is featherweight. To make you levitate. I'm only 19, but my mind is older.
Which costume you wear? Wow, 等他问一下你为什么。 You should buy a costume.
Scared to death and scared to look,
Oh.
they shook. Cause ain't no such things as halfway crooks. Scared to death and scared to shook one. He ain't a crook, son. He just a shook one. For every rhyme I write, it's 25 to life. There was so much trust safeguard in my life. Ain't no time for hesitation. The only leads to
Yeah.
you don't know me, there's no relation, Queensbridge, and you don't play.
Oh.
I don't got time for your petty thinking, mind, son, I'm bigger than those. 13 years in the projects, my mentality is what, kid? You talk a good one, but you don't want it. Sometimes I wonder, do I deserve to live? Or am I going to for all the things I did? No time to dwell on that, cause my brain reacts. Front if you want, kid. I don't fake jazz, kid, you know I bring it to your life. Stay in a child's place, kid, you out of line. Criminal minds thirsty for recognition. Got my mind flipping, I'm bucking. Digging my ways out of hope for hustling. Get that loot, kid, you know my function. As long as I'm alive. And once I get on my pull, equals react with lyrics like don't be go sleep because I'm free. Son ain't shook. This ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Scared to death and scared to look, they shook. This ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Scared to death and scared to look, they shook. This ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Scared to death and scared to look, they shook. This ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Shook one.
Maybe it's better.
He's just a shook one.
Jesus.是因为我队友强不强？但他已经有那个星星了，能一直带满，能一直干嘛？那什么？不是讲说名字旁边有一颗星星。哦，一个选对。
So alone, a boy amongst me, and I ain't even wear cologne. Girls call me MCM, I'm trying to beat you wrong. The jazz up the road, I wanna play for Jerry Sloan. Got to college, me and mama had to set up the dorm. Shortly after, got the first tat on my upper arm. In the volleyball game, yeah, that welcome was warm. She crying, driving off, time to weather the storm. First day I stumbled in, teacher handed us the syllabus. I'm Dane from East Oakland, I don't know if I'm feeling this. They noticed the temperament right away, wondering if I should stay. In my heart, I know that this the right move for nicer pay. They asked me, Dame, how your classes? I saw a few distractions, but nothing serious enough to make me late for practice. I'll be there, coach. I'm jumping on the shuttle. He said, if you on time, that mean you late. You better hustle. Grab my bags. Got that town swag. iPod slapping, listening to Black Mags. That boy out on his own, thinking that he grown. Wet behind the ears, trying to show he got. Reminiscing on the days, I ain't know what was ahead. What I gotta do to make sure the family fed. Staring at the ceiling, struggling to go to bed. Trying to pass class, but the needle with a thread. Far away from home, and feeling so alone. A boy amongst men, I ain't even wear cologne. Girls call me MCM, I'm trying to beat you wrong. The Jazz up the road, I wanna play for Jerry Sloan. Been on campus for some time, but I ain't working hard enough. Claimed I wanna make it feel was first to call my bluff. I ain't have curfew, I'm seeing what that work do. Up and through the campus, I can tell you every perfume. Turned at every party, my cut on Steve Harvey. Trying to MC and be fly, call me Marty. Was hardly ever tardy, we showed up like an army. A lot of love for hoopers, a couple sports was salty. I'm sorry, eventually I got up on my job. Game winning trades and I started catching lives. Won an MVP, everybody giving props. Broken fifth metatarsal, headed to the docks. Can't believe it in my feelings, head up in my palms. Mom's living with my aunties, head off in a lawn. Stayed at school for summer cause the city doing harm. About to make the most of the given deck of cards. Reminiscing on the days, I ain't know what was ahead. What I gotta do to make sure the family fed. Staring at the ceiling, struggling to go to bed. Trying to pass class, split the needle with a thread. Far away from home, and feeling so alone. A boy amongst men, I ain't even wear cologne. Girls call me MCM, I'm trying to beat you wrong. The Jazz up the road, I wanna play for Jerry Sloan. Fall 2011, I'm high-minded, noble. Did the work, it's time for me to do what I'm supposed to. Huey told me dominate and let them coaches coach you. Started getting media, none of it was social. Elevated my mentality, all I see is casualties. How we get to Weber State, my performance baffling. All the girlies after me, I got reporters.
看都不传球，然后你
Started hearing whispers, they thinking about drafting me. I'm to the lab, let's work that dribble jab. If I get this down, I'm getting 20 at the half. They try to double me, I hit a shot, look at the staff. I was in my bag, I'ma get the last laugh. Coach said come on by my office, I got up on the bench. Busted out in tears, you know how the moments get. He said this year your last, gotta put you in the draft. The Blazers took me 6, that's a mission pass. Reminiscing on the days, I ain't know what was ahead. What I gotta do to make sure the family fed. Staring at the ceiling, struggling to go to bed. Trying to pass class, split the needle with a thread. Far away from home, and feeling so alone. A boy amongst men, I ain't even wear cologne. Girls call me MCM, I'm trying to beat you wrong. The Jazz up the road, I wanna play for Jerry Sloan. Tripping if you saw me, hey, you playing games like a tar freak. Woo, bring it back, I think you lost me. She throw it back and get a wallet. I'm on track like a trolley. I'm only living, I'm sorry. I'm only living, I'm sorry. I will bring you out to the function. And you get into loving. And you've been sipping on that something. So you be all up in your feelings, but I'm chilling. It's a given, see you good at the boy. Or maybe I'm just tripping, just a little paranoid. Maybe I've been flipping, this is far from unemployed. I know I taught my shit and you a little bit annoyed, but I keep you near me, you a gift from the Lord.
What happened? 看每次都对了。 哇！他感觉也是这样。对。我靠，他1打3的够远。你说一直1打3。哇 ，Sing it good。杨又来。好烂。他得最多分。哦，看资源。Sing it good。看，是不是常遇到这种？你好像常遇到这种。三小 ，Sing it good。Sing it good。不要sorry吧。我知道，我看。 Yeah. Hmm, 干他每次都这样。靠！ Really? This is a gold star. Gold star. What? Actually. I get this problem. Yeah, good. 怎么变电脑玩家了？ 6直接跨收了，
Just woke up. No left
What?
on the shelf. I should probably introduce myself. You should have seen what I wore. I had a cane and a party hat. I was the king of this hologram where there's no such thing as getting out of hand. Memories tend to just pop up. Pre-meds and some rubber gloves. 5,000 people with this
出界。哇，开65进了。几分？哦，很错。完美。Why are you shoving? You can't do this.
How did we end up in my neighbor's pool? Upside down with a perfect view. Bought a bar at the speed of sound. Fancy feet dancing through this town.
看他们乱传。你不要这样玩输哦。Will Smith 比较 skill。
I lost a bet to a guy in a chiffon skirt. But I make these high heels work. I told you time and time again, I'm not as thick as you think I am.
I don't know,
and we
man.
all fell down when the sun came up. I think we've had enough.
看不要输哦。赶快对。看你被逆转。干653火锅好屌。屁。靠，太扯了。要赢 ！Can't believe that.
Wow.
远走了，哦，那电脑的挂掉。哪里？啊！ Fucking die. "白痴了，干嘛不过来？但队友跑了。他妈挤你是不是？不一样。
for the mad author of anguish. My language polluted. Onyx is heavyweight. It took the words right out my mouth. I walk a mile in my shoes. I've been so many dudes. I feel used and abused and I'm so confused. Excuse me, for example, I'm the inspiration of a whole generation. And unless you got 10 sticky fingers, it's the imitation, a figment of your imagination. But wait, it gets worse. I'm not going down, so I'm dying of thirst. Coming through with the scam, foolproof plan. B-boys make some noise and just fail.
看他怎么不让你颜色。Playground. Just a lesson.
Baby, I got what you need. Break it down. The way that they talk about me. You think them know me? I'm rockin' gold, oh yeah, you know. Fresh as the hat go. I hear you hating on the low. Player, you should let it go. I'm not your regular degular. Don't call my cellular. I do what I wanna do. Move how I wanna move. All the I'ma do. Don't worry about me, boo. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. Look at my rhymes. Look at my watch and the way that I hang. Put you on game. I never complain about it. Gold all on my wrist. I make the moves, we make it flip. Pull up in the Lexus while they always checking. Go and get it. I've been back progression. I'm from right there, the slums. I then you get numb. You ain't matching, you none. You ain't matching, you nothing. School ain't for me, got the.
那你刚刚一找音扣故意啊？我知道啊，所以 he's good at scoring, you know. 他刚得10几分。
Anything's possible. Anything's possible. Boy, you is way out of pocket. If you hating, you should stop it. Pull up, I know I'm the topic. I got it. You saying that I'm what you need now. Put me on speed dial.
What is that?
Now, I remember nights when it wasn't lights, wasn't to eat, nothing going right. Got to the woods, come back to the hood. Now I'm living good and I'm eating good. I'm not your regular degular. I'm so stellar. And you so dusty now.